It only seems like an hour since we were together, because it was. In fact, it was less than an hour. We've got a very, very exciting couple of hours. Complete change of tone right now. And we want to bring you something that you have never seen before here on Crafters TV. And I am very, very excited. And it is this gorgeous box sat right next to me. But you know what? Because I'm still I'm still wet behind the ears over there and there. Very wet behind the ears. I've only been around for a few weeks, so I'm not entirely yet familiar with what goes on in these magical boxes, but I do know that this is a very, very special one as well. So, of course, there's only one person who can completely defuddle and decode and decrypt what this amazing, amazing deal is. I know I want it already, Sarah, but I want you to tell me everything.
Yes, Derek, we do these once a month. I have done the last 3 months worth of launches, and believe it or not, we have sold out in the launch show.
Oh, wow.
Right? We've actually sold out in the launch show. Now, I'm going to walk you through it all in a second, but basically, for those of you who don't know, for 2 years now, Derek, we've been doing a monthly box, and it's our way of hoodwinking new people into a new craft. So every month, what we do is we put a big box load of stuff worth over £50 or $50. It's all on one theme. So this theme this month is all about over the edge, right? So when we say over the edge, it's about making cards like this one, where you stamp and die cut over the edge. Whether it's over one side, whether it's over, let's have a little look, the other side, or is that the same side? No, we've gone over the other side. I'm going to do cards, Derek, where I'm showing you how you can cut down both sides and do clever cards like that.
Oh, wow.
Or we can do ones, hang on, I've got all my cards all over, so here we go. What about doing one where we cut into the top? I've got so many techniques and demos to show you, but the important thing is we only do it in these kits, Derek, where we give you everything. And when I say everything, so to do one of these, you need the dies and the stamps. Can I just mention, we do character over the edge dies and stamps, and each one of our die and stamp sets is just over $16 a set, or just close to £12 per set. You are getting 2 sets in the box. So the value of the box just in the sets. But then we give you the cards and envelopes, the beautiful beautiful patterned printed papers, the coloured papers that go with it. We give you the ribbons, the embellishments, the gems, everything to finish the card in the complete box. Now I'm going to walk you through step by step, but those of you, see over in America, Derek, we run it on a subscription. So people buy into the subscription from HSN. And if you are someone who is in our subscription, please, please, please let us know in the comments if you've had yours delivered yet. Or if you've made something, you could send us your pictures in. Because those of you who are in the subscription, you will either, yours will have landed or it will be on its way to you. Those of you who are shopping anywhere else in the world, we aren't able to offer that subscription anywhere else. So you need to buy them every month as they come out. And you need to be finger on the button waiting for them to come out, because we only make a limited quantity. So I'll tell you now, Derek, there is quite a high likelihood that this could sell out in this show, and we will never, ever, ever reorder this again. It was literally a one-off.
Right, okay, it's time to open the gates then, because I'm in. I'm definitely in. Let's open the gates and let's get the details on your screen right now so you can order yours. Oh gosh, now listen, I was taking and I was listening very, very intently because these boxes are all new to me. And I heard, did you hear what I heard? That Sarah said that each one of the over the edge stamp and die sets are around about $16, so around about £12. Now by my maths, that's not even the price of 2 sets ordinarily if I were just buying the stamps and dies on their own. And in the UK, that would be my 2 sets and nothing else. So let me just make sure I understand this right, Sarah, because there's lots of people joining us all the time who are brand new.
Yes.
When I open this box, I've not only got my over the edge sets, the stamp and die set, but I've got everything that I need. So the right color coordinations and everything, and the billy doos and the accessories to put those cards together, and I don't need to buy anything else to make those
Not a thing.
cards?
We have literally thought through everything. As long as you've got a tape pen, it's going to work a treat. And obviously, because this one is die cutting and stamping based, we're working on the basis that you have some basic equipment, like your die cutting machine, like an ink pad to do your stamping with. But other than that, the cards, the envelopes, everything is in that box, okay? Now, do you want me to get ready and walk you through it now, Derek? Or do you have to do anything else at the top of the show?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I do.
Come on, I'm like raring to go.
I have to tell you that because we open the door in that little cheeky you can shop the show before it actually happens kind of way, I have to tell you that already, gosh, it's a massive, massive number. A quarter of that stock that we have for this, which may never be repeated, by the way, has already sold out. A quarter already. We are 6 minutes into our show, Sarah.
We are doing it. I need to correct you on something. I need to correct you. You said that box that may never be repeated. I'm telling you now, it will never be repeated.
Oh.
You've heard it from the horse's mouth.
Right.
And the only reason, that's not me being funny. That's not me being saying if it sells out, well, you missed out. Nah, 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 nah. It's not. It's because the only reason we could afford to do these at such an outstanding price is because we make tens of thousands of these at once. So all of the thousands and thousands of people in the subscription in America, we send these all over the world. We make this massive, loads and loads of them. Our whole allocation for the rest of the UK and everybody that we ship and direct in the rest of the world is here. That stock that Derek is giving you, it's not available from any other retailers here in the UK, nothing. That's all of it. And we will not be able to repeat this box, Derek.
So this is what, like in the retail world then, this is like what they call like a loss leader, isn't it? One of those things they put right near the entrance to get you very, very tempted and interested. And one of those things that you think, I saw that yesterday. Where's it gone today? It's not there today. It's gone. It's one of those kind of it shouldn't happen kind of situations.
The idea is I love this concept of over the edge, right? The character comes over the edge somehow, okay? So I love that concept, and what I like to do is give you a taster of it, because I know if I give you a taste, you'll come back and you'll buy loads of the other character over the edge stamps that we have. Am I all right just to go for it, Derek?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Actually,
right.
I've got a question straight away, just before you do. Mm-hmm. Carol says on Facebook, how many cards does one make?
How many cards does one box?
Yes.
Right, so here's the thing. There is 24 blank cards and envelopes. However, you'll see the rest of the stuff in the kit, you've got the tools, right? Okay, I'm hearing that people start to check out their baskets with it. We'll tell you, I won't, Derek will. Derek will keep you right. He'll tell you when it starts getting to panicking stage, right? So at the moment, we're only at a quarter of the stock. We're not at panicking stage. We're added into your basket. Derek will tell you when it gets to checkout, we're starting to panic stage, okay?
I will.
Right. Every one of these boxes, by the way, Derek, because we know a lot of people buy these as gifts, all come with this gorgeous tissue paper wrapping. So you unwrap the tissue paper. Now, the whole idea is, if I show you it up, these are the stamp and die sets. So when we talk about this stamp and die, can you see with this one, what's happened is it's been stamped, said stamp set, right? And then also the over the edge. So this is the over the edge die, and I'm about to show you how all of this works, Derek. Now, the thing is though, that little guy can be cut over one edge, or it can be cut over the other edge, or it can be cut over the top. So can you see, there's to one side, there is where you've cut both sides. Here is where we've done the same one but cut over the top instead. So you get 3 dies for every stamp set. So you've got 2 of those stamp sets and 2 of those die sets. So let me tell you, Derek, there's the value of your kit. Oh, and something else I forgot to tell you that's really important.
Go on.
These are exclusive. So if you've got our other character over the edge, these are completely different exclusive designs that you only get in the box. Never get them anywhere else, right?
Brilliant. 2
sets, exclusive stamp and die sets over the edge. Can't get them anywhere else. Value of our box, sorted. Do you want to see what's in the rest of the box?
Yes,
though?
yes, yes.
Right. Those 24 blank cards and envelopes, right? So if you're thinking, so you're now like talking £1 or $1 a card. To do your cards and envelopes, you've got the printed papers. So if I just flick you through, here's all the lovely printed papers that go with it, and they're kind of designed to match in with that as well. Then you get the coloured cardstock to go with, so all the exact same colours of the card to do all of your matting and layering. Then all of your ribbons to tie in with the colours of the card, and some gorgeous white pearls to look like the little bubbles, like whether it's on the umbrella or whether it's on the little guys having a bath or whatever, these look like the little bubbles. So bear in mind, these, so the card, the paper, the embellishments, the ribbons, the blank cards and envelopes, I see these as like the bonus extras, because really what you're all desperate to have is the whole value of the box. You know, if it was a taster, we could have just given you one of these. We could have just given you either the little kittens or the little dogs in the umbrella, but we're giving you both of them because the whole of the value in the kit is in what we call the concept. Then you get all the bonus extras.
Sara, I've got a quick question.
Go on.
Right, so I've just got this as well. So if we get the box and we get it home, we can come back to this show today to do exactly the same as you're going to do in your demos from this box today. So we can look as professional a card maker as you, Sara Davies.
Well, you can, Derek. You can also go one better. Because this is a whole community with tens of thousands of people in, we've actually got a website just for this box. www.crafterscompanionbox.com. Very innovatively named. You go to the website and there's loads of video tutorials. So yes, there'll be all the ones, and I've got a lot of demos to go through with you today. So as long as it doesn't sell out, I'm going to keep demoing and literally until they've all gone. And but then also you can go and watch all of Craig's that he's done online as well. He did all the preview videos. Because I get to do the show, I let him do the preview videos.
That's amazing. Right, okay, listen. What I would say to you right now is if you are watching us live as this show happens, on this, okay, so we've gone up from well over a quarter of the stock, and we are approaching a third of the stock. Just to let you know, it's just tipped over, just over that 30% mark of the entire stock sold out, and it is a big sizable stock as well. So what I would say to you right now is pull up a chair, get a cup of tea, get something near you, get your order checked out. So that's done. So you know you're not going to miss out. So you know you're not midway through one of Sara's cards and I have to say, Sara, stop, it's gone. I don't want that to happen to you. So here's what you do. You know how to do this. You know how to do this better than I do. And listen, I know how to do it as well as you do now as well, because I'm ordering all the time as well. $24.99 in the UK, $24.99 in the US. Get it in your basket, get it checked out straight away. Then you are done, dusted and safe. Then you can just sit back, enjoy the rest of the show, watch all the demos and know that you can come back to this show forever and ever and ever online. Plus, I had no idea about the dedicated website to the boxes as well. How good is that? That will always be there forever as well for you to come back to. Right, enough of me, more demo. Let's get started, Sara.
Right, I'm going to start with the very, very basic technique. So we're going to do this card here, Derek. So the whole concept of the character over the edge is that you stamp your character, do all that colouring in, but then it cuts over the edge of your card. So this is the easiest way I find to do it. So let's start with those lovely, cute little kittens, okay? So you've got two sets. In fact, do you want me to show you both of them? Here we go. You've got the kittens as one set, and then you've got these gorgeous little dogs in the umbrella as your second set. So I'm going to start with the kittens for this one. I will show you all the different demos with all the different ones, okay? So I take the little kittens, I'm going to put the stamp onto just, a stamping platform or a rocker black or whatever it is you want to work with. This is just a regular 10-fold card, one of the ones from the kit, okay? So I'm going to take a little bit of ink and just stamp this up. Lots of light tapping for the stamping, you see. And then, make sure we've got his little head done and his nose. Then I'm going to take this and I want this to be roughly kind of in the middle of my card. Yep. So you stamp down there, give it a good stamp all over in the middle of the card there. Now, this is when these dies come in, okay? Because can you see that bubble there? I can tell that is going to, if you want to go over the top, that would go over the top. Can you see? This one here, if you wanted to come down the side, which is what we're going to do, that one would come down the side. Or this die here comes down the other side. So can you see there's all the different ways we can cut this. Now I'm going to use this one here, so I'll just bring in a tiny little bit of tape. Once you've done your stamping, the second stage is to do that die cutting. So hold that in place, keep your other dies nice and organised, can you see, in place. Now this is as simple as, Derek, literally taking your Gemini plates. Oh crikey, I'm just going to get my Gemini plates lined up. So I'm going to go into my base plate. Then I want my clear plate. I want a magnetic plate. Here we go. They're down there. Oh, I've got some junior plates here, Derek. This might be a little bit quicker. Right. So we've got clear We're going to put it into our clear plate. We've got the frosted, the magnetic, the top plate, and then you go straight through your Gemini. Now, all of these dies, by the way, somebody's just asked a really good question. Oh, am I plugged in here? Nope, there we go. Someone's asked a really good question. Will these go through your Gemini Mini? Now, they will absolutely, all the dies will fit through your Mini. However, you want to use these dies as positioning dies.
Yeah.
So you're always using a bigger sheet. Can you see it? I've gone through a bigger sheet. All right. Now, I know you're looking and thinking, hang on, what's all this about? Now, how does she get that to actually cut off the side of the card? That is the difficult bit. Watch now when I get a pair of scissors. Hey, Derek, I've got nothing. I've lost my scissors as well.
You? Oh, well, you know why? Because it's been Debbie and Craig in all weekend, and things have moved around. Can I just quickly remind everyone as well, because I'm just seeing that from our social team that lots and lots of comments coming through from people who are on the HSN subscription. This is the box that will be shipping from mid-September. So this will be the one that you are on the verge of getting. So it will be the next one coming along. The team have just told me, so they've asked me to mention that again. So if you're on the subscription already, hang fire, yours will be on the way. For anyone who is anywhere else, if you buy ordinarily from HSN, but you're not on the subscription boxes, you can come in and jump in and get this, and of course in the UK and everywhere else as well. So grab that. But if you are on the HSN subscription, that will be the one next on the way, Sarah.
Absolutely. This is the September box. It's just the case of we've taken it quite literally. It's the September box. You can have it from the 1st of September. Those of you in the US, your shipment leaves on the 1st of September, ready to come. So it'll be leaving the HSN warehouse and it will be on its way to you. Now, can you see that, Derek? That is cut away perfectly, right? Now, what I've done is, just to speed things up, because I'd rather show you more cards. This is not a colouring show. Mm-hmm. I've done a one here where I've done exactly that and done all of the colouring in. Can you see? So I've just used some of my lovely ice greys. Now, watch how easy it is to put the card together, okay? I'm going to take, first of all, this is one of the patterned papers that's in your box. And I'm just going to take that patterned paper and stick it flat in there. When you're doing your flat sticking, I like to use the all-purpose glue to get this perfectly stuck down. So you're going to do the flat sticking into the background there, and you can see then that really shows that off really, really well. Then not only have we got the, can you see, not only have you got the papers, you've also got like ribbons, you've also got little embellishments in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put all these together. These look like, I really love these, the 3D little, like little...
That little bubbles, aren't they?
Yeah.
They come in the box.
They come included in your box there. So I'm just putting a couple of these little bubbles on here as well.
Dewdrops.
Dewdrops.
That's what they're called.
Yes.
You get 100 of them as well. Actually, somebody's just brought up a good question, which does come up when we do the over the edge dies. If you put all three dies together in the stamp, will it completely cut it out? Yes and no is the answer to that, actually, because what you can do, you'd have to die cut them individually because some would overlay each other, and you would end up having to do some fussy cutting because, of course, the design is to be over the edge, left, right, or up. But yes, the answer is yes, but you have to die cut several times and you still have to do a little bit of fussy cutting. But essentially, the answer is yes and, well, yes, really, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes, but like you say, we haven't designed for them to do that. So that's not the priority. Oh, Derek, I'm having no you cutting this. Look at this. I'm going to go in and then I'm going to cut that out like that. Right, there we go. I'm going to put them two bits in there. I'm going to use a little bit of tape pen along the top just to stick this down first. And then watch what I've got. You see on the stamp set, you also get all of these. Enjoy your day, especially for you, making memories for a special friend, etc., etc. I've just taken the especially for you, and I'm going to pop it on a little one of our foam pads here, just to kind of raise it up a little bit and make it a bit more three-dimensional.
Oh, get this, Sarah. You're going to be so proud of this as well. Dawn on YouTube, she says, I love these boxes. I've been in since the beginning. They get better and better and better. I can't wait for my box for September. And I am scheduled to get mine soon. Hooray!
Brilliant. We have got thousands of people who have been in since the beginning. This is box number 28. So for someone who says we're getting better and better as we go on, yes, we absolutely are. But box number 28, it just shows you. And every time it's a little bit of what's going on at the moment. So these character over the edge are so of the moment, Derek. You can get that whole little bit in the box. Now, I'm going to get another demo ready with this doing. So whereas I've shown you how to go down the side, I'm going to show you how to do over the top next. So give us a couple of minutes to tidy down, then we'll come back and do that one.
Well, it's a good job you weren't halfway through something, Sarah, actually, because I've got a major stock update. You know that third of the stock that we were approaching? Well, we're there, and we've tipped over the edge of that. So over a third of the stock now has sold out and gone and allocated. Well done as well, because whether you've never had one of these boxes or whether you've had all of the 27 before this one, this is a brilliant, brilliant buy, isn't it? And actually people are starting to think of gift giving time of the year as well. As Sarah said, this is a wonderful gift to give to anyone that you know that is crafty as well. It's absolutely brilliant. And when you consider the value in this, I mean, it's just awesome. But do you know what the secret for me in this one is? The fact that actually all of the matching of everything, because I don't know if you struggle, even if you love buying the collections from Crafter's Companion, maybe you struggle sometimes thinking, oh, okay, well, the mats and layers that Craig does or Sara does or Debbie does or whoever you see here, they always get their mats and layers just right. Well, actually, you know what? All of that is in there as well. And you've got lots and lots of different choices. It's not pre-prescribed. You've still got that creativity that you can put into it as well. You're going over the edge at the top or either side, completely up to you. And you can mat and layer all of your things in lots and lots of different ways. It's awesome, isn't it? Really, really nice. For someone you know who's just tiptoeing into craft, just, slowly but surely, who normally you'd invite along to a class full of people that you kind of gather with. But at the moment, the world being what it is, actually that's a bit of a different experience now. So this is like a distance way of having someone craft with you. Imagine if you got this for someone who you want to craft with you, and then you just do it over a video call. You both have a box each and do some card making together. You're doing the same thing. Be awesome, wouldn't it? $24.99, whether you're in pounds or dollars there. Over a third of the stock sold out already. Now, listen, I don't know if you've been on another planet for the last couple of days. You will not have seen this yet, but oh my word, this is taking the whole of Crafter's Companion just by storm. We knew it would, because alphabets are always very, very popular. Bring in a butterfly to an alphabet and you've got a complete winning combination. Our butterfly alphabet is just awesome. Now I have, before we go into this proper, I have a little bit of a confession to make. Yes, it was me. So we did the launch show with Debbie on this yesterday afternoon, and I forgot some key information. I was given some key information before I came in for the day, but it went, this head's just full of noodles. So it went in there and it came straight out there again. Everyone who thus far has bought our butterfly alphabet here at Crafters TV, what I'm about to tell you applies to you as well. Because if you want to come in for the full collection of the butterfly alphabet, our bundle which has the uppercase letters and the lowercase letters and all of the numbers and the 2 amazing stamp sets and the Centura Pearl Mint Pack, you will get, ta-da! Oh, wrong graphic. That one. That's the one we want. You are going to get 250 bonus Club Inspire points when you buy the full Butterfly Alphabet collection. And hands up, mea culpa, it was me what forgot yesterday to tell everyone.
I was texting him yesterday. I was watching the show and I was like, Derek, don't forget the points, don't forget the points, don't forget the points.
I know.
And he was like, this man, I'm so sorry I forgot the points. Yes, for a lot of people, that's going to be another membership band. So you buy the Butterfly Alphabet set, this is going to knock you up another membership. And if you're bronze now, that'll make you silver. If you're silver, it's going to make you gold. If you're gold, that's going to put you well on your way to platinum. Or if you're platinum, I tell you what, it's going to help with your points for next year, isn't it?
Do you know how many people, I know from the comments as well, at the time I've been here on anniversary week as well, how many people have gone platinum just through the anniversary week? Maybe this is the one. Maybe you've already got it. Maybe you got it yesterday on the launch show. If you haven't got it yet, you've got to see this. You have got to see this. This is one of the most revolutionary alphabets. It's so powerful. It's so beautiful. There are so many different directions in which you can take it. And do you know what I love about it absolutely most is you get the uppercase and you get the lowercase, which matches in. You don't need ordinals because you've got your lowercase alphabet in there already. You've got all of the numbers for you. And The butterflies are all part of the same die cut, and they are dimensional butterflies. The stamp sets go into the butterflies as well to make them pop even more. The backgrounds that you've got in the stamp sets in these are just, well, you know what Sara would say. She would knock it straight right out of the ballpark, and it's in the next county. £111, $140 plus 250 bonus Club Inspire points. If you ordered yesterday, when Derek should have told you you got the 250 bonus Club Inspire points. Silly Derek. Silly Derek. But if you've got yours already, you don't need to contact us. You don't need to do anything. Your account will automatically be credited with a bonus 250 Club Inspire points as a bonus. It really, really is awesome. It's one of the biggest launches we've had on an alphabet set, and Sara, it's just, I love it. I just think it's magical. A really nice dimension to it.
I know. Come and have a little look at some of the samples that I've got. It'll give you a nice idea. So the whole point is, Derek, whether you're doing home decor projects, whether you're doing gorgeous cards, you've got, especially if you go for the full set, you can just go for the uppercase if you want, or just go for the lowercase, or just go for the numbers. But I often mix and match them in one. So there's a gorgeous home. Look at this wonderful baby card. I mean, this one is just absolutely gorgeous. And it's, so each alphabet set does the outer and the inner cut, and you've got the stamp sets to go with it. So I will be coming on to this a little bit later to show you all of these and how they work. Do you want me to give you a little bit of a preview of what I'm going to be doing later, Derek?
Yes, please.
You know my little niece, our Gracie?
Oh, yeah.
I thought I'd do a wall hanging for a bedroom. So I've done a little wall hanging for my sister to hang up in her bedroom. So I'm going to be showing you how to do all the letters. And this is what I mean when I say you mix the uppercase and the lowercase. You can just go for one or the other. On the numbers, if you just want to dip your toe in the water, you're more than welcome to do that. But they look fabulous when you mix the uppercase and the lowercase together. And I'll show you how to do the stamping, the shadowing, everything when we get to that demo. I'm not finished with me box yet, but I will be coming on to that, I promise. Today, obviously, you know, you've got that bonus of, okay, you know, it might be a little bit further you would normally stretch for a complete kit, but if you do it, we credit you like you'd spent another £250 or $250 in your Club Inspire points. As Sara says, that could knock you up to the next Club Inspire level, which could be another 5% discount on every single order, remember. You know how Club Inspire works. It's absolutely brilliant. We're going to come back to those a little bit later on, but I wanted to bring it up now because it was like a touchy subject. We come back to the to the craft box. Oh my word, right, okay. So we started the show a quarter of the stock, and then it's gone up and up and up and up. I can tell you now, we have just tipped over 40% of an enormous stock as well that will not be repeated. This is, bear in mind, the first time you're seeing it. It's a premiere to Crafters TV. If you are on the HSN subscription, the auto ship for the boxes, this is the one that comes your way in September. If you have never had one of these boxes before, this is definitely the one to go for, because the over the edge concept is just so fun. And again, it's just gonna take your creativity to new levels, Sara, isn't it? Well, yeah, and I'm just thinking, if you are someone in the subscription but you love this, you could always buy another one as a gift. It makes a perfect present, as long as this only works for someone who would have a die cutting machine though. So it's no good for a complete beginner crafter, because it's based on dies and stamps, but you absolutely must have the die cutting machine. Now, if I pick up where we left back off, okay? In the first demo that I did, I showed you how to do this and cut down the side of the card like this. But I'm going to show you a different way to do it. And this time I'm going to show you, Derek, how to cut into the top of the card, make a card like this. So same little cats, I've coloured them different colours this time to give you a bit of a different feel, but it shows you a different way to work with them. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Bear in mind, in the box, I'm going to bring this box back in, and I'm going to have to show you again everything that comes included in case you missed this at the top of the show, okay? So yes, the important thing is your, I mean, I know they look a little bit boring, but these are your little cats, and then all the dies that go with it, or your little dogs in the umbrella and all your dies that go with that. So you get those two. That's the value of the whole box. Then we've got all these card blanks. So all the blank cards that I'm working with, Derek, all come from these. You get 24 in total. So you've got your large ones, your square ones and your smaller ones. And I'm going to be using all these sizes in the demonstrations. We've even included the envelopes to go with them, Derek.
Oh, amazing.
Then we've done all of your beautiful papers. So we've done patterned papers. So for example, this is the one I'm going to use. And then look how fabulous that we've got the exact same colour in the cardstock to be able to mount that onto. Same if you go with this, that beautiful one I used in the background of my last card, and I mounted that onto a little bit of the pink. Look how well they work together. So everything's planned through, okay? Right down to the fact that you've got the matching ribbons in the exact same colour palette and those gorgeous self-adhesive dewdrops, which we've never done before in one of these kits.
And just again, like, because I think this is really, really interesting. This fascinates me on many, many levels. The over-the-edge characters in this box, we've never seen available in any other way, Sara.
Never seen, never will seen. They are completely exclusive to this kit, and we only make them in the kit. So the thing is, it's like an exclusive club, Derek. So it's an exclusive club with tens of thousands of people in, but the people who collect these boxes, there's something unique in every one. So like last month we did one of our edgeables, but it was a unique edgeable only available in that box.
Yeah.
And then a few months ago we did like a foam flower box, and you only got unique die cut shapes that were unique to that box. So that means that those of you who are die-hard Crafters Companion fans and are building up your collection, it's no point us giving you a repeat of something you would already have. And we know that these boxes appeal to two people: the big Crafters Companion fans who collect everything we have, and then also the new people who are wanting to taste Crafters Companion and get into something new. If you have friends who you think that might apply to, they'd love to try something Crafters Companion, this is a brilliant present to buy for them. Or get on the phone to them and tell them now, because the way we headed, it is highly likely that if this hasn't sold out during the show, it will sell out very soon after the show.
I've just worked something out, Sara, as well. I've just worked out, every time we Zoom or Skype into one of your lives for the Craft House,
Yeah.
I see rows and rows of purple behind me. I've just worked out, well, that's people's boxes on their side, isn't it?
That's it.
That's their backdrop to their Zoom calls.
Yeah. We have them in the back. Yeah, you've got a few on the back there. Literally, people collect these. I know some people that have got 2 subscriptions because they have one to collect and one to use.
Awesome.
Honestly, true fact.
Oh, let's do another demo.
Right, okay, so ready. I'm going to use one of the tall, thin cards that we have this time, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that stamp. So I've got the little kittens, and I'll show you. That's the whole stamp set. Should we do a Sara Zoom? Are you ready? Whoop. There you go. So you've got like, especially for you, making memories for a special friend, congratulations, enjoy your day, all these little extras, and the main stamp, which is these little kittens. So I've got the little kittens, and I'm going to start it. Lots of inking, and you can use whatever ink you want in terms of, you've got to base it on what colouring medium you're going to use. So if you're using watercolour, you must use a waterproof one. If you are using alcohol, you must use an alcohol proof one. And then you're going to stamp this down all over the front there. Now at this point, you have 2 options to do with this one, Derek, right? So if I show you these dies, this one here is going to come right over the edge. So can you see there? And it fussy cuts all the difficult part out. That's what I'm going to use for when we do this shape here, which cuts it over the top like that. The other option is you can take this one. Oh, that's the left-hand side. We don't use the left-hand side for this sort of card. Can you see if we cut this down the right-hand side like this, then we could cut away part of the card. So that is if you wanted to do this type of card here. You can see we've cut that there, and then just cut the straight lines depending on what size. So that will be exactly the same card, but on the larger size. So it's just showing you different ways that you can do each one of these. Now, if I take, let's have a look. I said, keep all these dies together, by the way, because otherwise you would have absolutely no idea what these were for. If you didn't keep them all together, trust me, you'll be looking, thinking, what on earth's that for? That goes perfectly over there. And I'm just taking my time to get that all wonderfully lined up. I'm going to open it up, and I'm just going to stick down. So once I've got that perfectly in place, hold that in place with a little bit of your tape. And then you see that opens up, and we're going to send that through the die cutting machine like that, Derek.
I love it. And just to be clear as well, I know we did briefly mention the mini earlier. Obviously the dies individually on their own would go into the mini, but the concept of the card, because it's cutting out to the top, or out of the side needs the size of the card to be able to go through the machine as well. So this won't go through the Mini in the same way unless you're making an extremely small, thin card. So just to be clear on that, because I know a couple of people were a little bit confused in the comments.
Yeah, they're good for concept, okay? So watch this, you're going to lift this away now, okay? So there is the die cut, and we can just lose this here, right? Now, here's what you do, Derek. You cut this part away here to the edge, and then you cut down the side of the card until we get to the point of where that starts, and then you cut along to the start. Can you see that? So that is giving it that perfect shaping now for the card. So if you look at that, there we go. There's the card from the front. All I've done is I've done all of my colouring in here, Derek. So it's the colouring in that I'd rather do more demos today than do a lot of colouring. You can go and watch, I've done a whole masterclass on Over the Edge, so you can watch loads of colouring demos like that. But just to finish that card off, you see, what I've done is I've taken some of that fabulous paper that's just going to work in with it, and I'm just doing a little bit of flat sticking into the background. So I've already done my matting and layering. Just flat sticking that to the back, and then what I do love are those little gems. What did you say they were called?
Dewdrops.
Fancy name, dewdrops. That's it. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to continue. We've got one bubble there. I'm going to continue the little bubbles, kind of going up the side here with those little tiny dewdrops. I think these are super cute. I know we're going to get asked people wanting us to stock these just on their own. We've only done them in the box so far.
Do you know what people are falling in love with as well? It's kittens. I've got so many comments with people going, "Oh, sorry, you got me with the kittens." Yeah,
and you know what? This is the only way you can get those kittens, because every one that we do, so the kittens are completely unique to this kit. So we just thought it would be really nice to do something that you didn't already have, that would would just be different for those of you that are like collecting. Then you can collect something that's new and different on here. There we go. So a little bit on here. Let's make sure all that's lined up nicely. And then we've done that super cute Enjoy Your Day. So that's one of the stamp and die sets where we've got the kittens at one side, and then also, well, we've got them at the top and at one side. Now, what I'm going to do, Derek, is they're telling me I'm going to absolutely have to stop demoing this kit now. Otherwise, it's going to sell out before the end of the show.
Well, honestly, we are way like. The show is going well. It's the stock that's overtaking us. Now, we're now over 40% of that stock sold out and gone. Now, just think about it for a second. This just makes perfect sense. Even for those people who are on the HSN auto ship, I've seen a few comments from people saying, you know what, I've got one of these coming, but I'm still going to order one, because it might be a second one for you. It might be a gift for a friend. It's perfect. It comes in a box. If you're like me and pretty rubbish at wrapping presents, then this is perfect for someone you know who you craft with, maybe. Someone you know who's in your craft group that you can't get together every Wednesday because of the whole world situation at the moment, but they've got a cutting machine. They craft already. Why not get them one of these? If you think as well of the value in this box, the two Over the Edge stamp and die sets here, that's about that price. That's pretty much that price. That's pretty much all you're paying for in this. The box will make a minimum of 24 cards, but as we've talked about before, it goes on and on and on and on and on. It has so many elements within it. But you've got 24 card blanks, you've got your envelopes that go in there, you've got your matching papers, you've got the ribbons in there, you've got the pack of 100 dewdrops as well. All of that for $24.99. And I tell you what, that stock is really going quickly. Now, listen, I'm not here to push you into this in any way, shape or form. You buy as many or as few as you want. There isn't a limit of one per customer. There is a limit of the stock that we have, though. So once that stock has gone, in the well worn out words, it's gone. And it will not return either. There is nothing we can do about that when that stock has sold out and gone. So, congratulations to those people who have got it so far. Actually, we are going to go and have another look through the box as well, because I think there is that initial joy, isn't it, when something like this arrives. You know, when any Crafter's Companion goodie arrives, when the delivery arrives, it's always so exciting. But this one, I mean, the joy of this, And everyone who I've seen in the comments have said, you know what, these boxes just keep getting better and better. What you get for your money is ridiculous. And this one, I mean, like, how do you keep bettering them, Sara?
Oh, well, do you know what? At first we were struggling, Derek, but then actually now it's got easy because we keep coming up with so many new concept products. So Character Over the Edge is a concept that we came up with a couple of months ago now. So we decided, as that's a new concept within our range, just like edgeable dies, creator card dies, whatever the concept is, we now do a box for it so that those new people can dip their toe in the water. So if you missed me explaining at the beginning, basically every month we bring out a new one of these boxes, and because we have tens of thousands of people in the subscription all over the world, we make thousands and thousands and thousands of these boxes all in one go. And for us, Derek hit the nail on the head when he said this is a loss leader. This is our way of giving you a sample and a try, because I know that if you get this box and try it, you will love our Character Over the Edges and you'll come back and buy some more of them. So let me show you inside the box. It's a whole experience, because I know a lot of people buy these as gifts for themselves or buy this as a gift for a friend or family. Inside the box you've got two of these Character Over the Edge stamps and dies. So you saw me working with this one here. So you've got those little characters, the little kittens there, and then you've got the left side, the right side, and the top side die that goes with it. Then you've got the little characters, which are the little dogs in the umbrella. You've got the left side, the right side, and the top side die that goes with it. Those alone are worth more than the value of the box, because one of our stamp and die sets is what, $11.99 or $16.95 I think it is over in the US. So it's more than the value of the box to get two of these. But then on top of that, we've done 24 cards and envelopes. And any of you who get our boxes, you know that the cards and envelopes are always really great quality. There's the cards, there's the matching envelopes that go with it. Then we've given you those beautiful self-adhesive dewdrops. We've done the lovely ribbons in the organza finish. Then we've also given you, look at this, all these lovely papers, beautiful background papers with then the matching planes to go with them in the exact right colours. So that even if you've got a bit of a creative block on, you just want to get this home, you can do exactly the cards that I do. And 24 of them. So you could do 24 cards exactly the same as the ones we're doing on the show, and then have those fabulous dies and stamps to live on forever and ever. So I like to always think of it as two halves. There's like 25 pounds or dollars worth of tools, and then $25 worth of consumables, you know, the cards, the envelopes, everything like that. Use all of this up and make your lovely 24 cards. Have these left to live on and on forever. So
I just love it.
I better put it away though, Derek, because I've been told I absolutely have to move on, otherwise we're not going to get everything else done.
We need to take an interlude. Oh, right, okay. Oh, my word. It's moving so quickly. Right, we are approaching half of the stock of that box sold and gone. Please do, if you've got this in your basket right now, if you're adding another one, do it sooner rather than later. We're not, this is not drama, this is not theatre, this is reality, this is what's happening right now. You know how many, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people. Like if you're watching us on Facebook right now, you're seeing a few hundred people watching the live video right now. On YouTube, there is the same or more. Through our website, there are even more that even we can't see on those totals if you're watching through Facebook or YouTube. There are people who are constantly shopping because life's getting in the way and they're at work, so they're coming in to shop straight onto the website. So we have an unknown number of people on the website at any one time right now. I can't see how many of these are in baskets right now. All I know is that Johnny will tell me the stock that's been allocated. So it's been checked out and it's been confirmed. It's an order, it's placed, it's on the way. And that is approaching half of that stock. Now, we are going to halt proceedings for a second, carry on checking out your baskets and ordering that. Something you might want to add to your order is an out of this world deal. And this is all about storage. This is all about handy storage as well. This is all about keeping everything nice and organized. So this is your large die and stamp folder at $19.99, but it's coming with some extras as well. Can I just say, if you were getting that box, by the way, what I would do is I would write on that carrier sheet for the dies which character they were for. Because normally when you get your dies, it's part of the packaging, isn't it? For that set, you know what it to go with. I would write it on there. Or what I would do is I would organize it into one of these folders. Now, this one actually comes with the acrylic tabs as well as a bonus. Normally these are another £5 or $6.95 I think it is in dollars, and these are acrylic, and it means that you can stick your stamps directly to these as carrier sheets. They've even got little tabs on the side as well, so you can label them. You can say, right, here are my animal stamps, here is my flower stamps, you know, whatever the collection is. The great thing about it is, once it's all done and once it's all zipped up, it's nice and organized, isn't it? And then if you've got a shelving system, it can just go up into your shelving system and you can build up a little library of these, can't you? You've even got like a little kind of tab on the front with a clear section through it, so you can mark up, right, this is stamps A to C. I don't know whether A to C would work. I don't know whether an alphabetical system. Everyone organises their things in different ways, don't they? So $19.99 or $24.95 has added value as well, remember, because usually that $19.99 would be the folder on its own, but without the tabs inside, without the pages that will carry your sheets inside, which is really, really good. And that deal will end on Thursday. Now we also have a Hunky Dory Explorer kit for you, which is again is just absolutely brilliant. Now this is a try something new kit. Now you know we had an amazing Hunky Dory show with Craig yesterday, and we had that wonderful selection of black adorable scoreable with lots and lots of different patterns through it, which again sold like crazy hotcakes, like it sold out when Sara and I were on the last Hunky Dory show. So this is brilliant. So this is your Twilight Safari collection. In this you get your 48 inserts, you get your pop-out toppers as well, plus you get the bite-sized book of Twilight Safari, which is even more elements to be making up your gorgeous cards. I've got some samples here from this collection, and I tell you what I love about this collection, the Twilight Safari collection, is that the colouring is so bold, it's so bright, it's so out there, it's so cheerful, but it's also very, very neutral as well. A lot of colour themings in cardstocks often go in pinks and lavenders and lilacs and blues, and where this has gone for a very, very almost monochromatic, but instead of being black and white, it's a backdrop of black, which is really, really striking, against golds and lovely deep oranges and sort of Mexican flavours going on in there, and you've got lovely deep rich sort of grape and purple colours that are going through. It's an amazing set, and I would urge you to have a good look through that Explorer kit, because the kind of cards you can make from it are many and plenty, and you get so many elements that come with it. I mean, I love this. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Look, the page from the little book of the safari has been used there just to suspend in the middle of the card. Is that not delicious? $24.99 is the price for the Hunky Dory kit. We'll change the details from the Out of This World to the Hunky Dory, please. Hunky Dory, there it is. So £24.99, $34.95 on that. It's brilliant, and there are so many elements to it as well. If I was to hold it in my hand, it's quite hefty and quite weighty, and I think you're going to really love the colour schemes that work in that, which is brilliant. Right, let's go back to talking about, oh my word, I just adore this. It is the butterfly alphabet. I'll show you the complete collection on one screen because it is really, really awesome. Now with this, you get the full alphabet in uppercase and in lowercase, plus you get your numbers, plus two really, really versatile stamp sets. You've got a lovely smudge background as part of the stamp sets there, and some of the stamps will over-stamp the butterflies as well to really, really make them pop. Now with our deal here at £111, $140, you'll also get a 10-sheet pack of Centura Pearl Mint, and, like Derek forgot to tell you yesterday, only on the launch of the product, Derek. I mean, come on, let the side down, but you will get 250 bonus Club Inspire points if you are taking this whole collection. And anyone that bought it yesterday, you'll get the same as well. It was my fault, mea culpa. Guilty as charged, Your Honour. So, if you want yours, I mean, just honestly, look at what it can do. Think about the breadth of this as well, because you don't need ordinals for this collection because you have uppercase and lowercase capitals. The letters, should I say. The other thing about this is that the die, there's two dies for each letter. One cuts out the letter with the butterfly built in. It's a dimensional butterfly, so you lift the wings out of it. The second layer, if you want to, is your mat that sits behind it, which is even better. It's so genius, this. It really is. Think about this, and we had lots and lots of ideas coming through on the launch day show with Debbie yesterday. Think about this for children's projects. For building blocks and alphabet books, people were saying yesterday as well, like A is for apple and B is for bear and C is for cat and D is for dog, etc, etc. But you can convey so many different messages in a really, really powerful yet quite delicate way as well, because the butterflies completely, you've got the power of the letters and the softness and the gentleness of the butterflies working together here. It's an extraordinary collection, Sara. How did it come about?
I'm going to take full credit for this one because this one was one of mine. And I saw, because you know I love butterflies. I think a good butterfly and everything looks amazing. And I've been doing a lot of personalisation because one of the biggest trends in card making and home decor and crafting in general is personalisation. So I use a lot of alphabets, and I just saw something that was one of these alphabets and someone had fussy cut it and cut the butterfly out, and I was like, if I was a crafter, to be able to do that with a die all in one go would be genius. And hence it came to be, hence it came to life, and that's what we're going to do. So do you want me to start and show you the demo, Derek?
Yes, please.
So this, for anyone who missed me previewing it earlier, I'm going to do this lovely little wall hanging for my niece. So my niece is great, and again, everything's about personalisation. These are the sort of things that you would see on Etsy, people charging a fortune for, isn't it? For those of you who are making crafts to sell. Now, you can go for just the uppercase if you want, or you can go for just the lowercase if you want. I'll get our producer, Johnny, to walk you through all those individual details, or you can go for just the numbers if you want. But if you go for this complete kit, you make the biggest saving, and you also get, because you need it, the stamps that go with it. So the stamps that go with it have different types of butterflies that you're going to see we're going to stamp on there as well. So let's have a look. There you go. We'll pop the individuals on the bottom one at a time, okay? Now I'm going to start off. I've got just one of our, just like a lovely sheet of backing paper here and some craft card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the G for Grace. And you'll see you get, if you keep everything organised, keep them all on the backing sheets like this, right? I've got the outer one and the inner one. So if I just get my scissors here, and I'm just going to cut this so that we just cut the right amount for the outer one and the inner one, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Gemini Mini, just purely because it is so quick and easy, Derek. So you see, you take the outer one, and you're going to do the outer one like this, just whiz it straight through the Mini there, and they're not complicated dies, so it won't be difficult to get the outer one. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with the inner one here, and just whiz the inner one through as well, and you'll get the whole letter. Now I'm going to work my way through the letter first, and then I'll go and do the others, okay? So you've got the inner one and the outer one. I'm going to stamp this before I go any further. So can you see in the stamps, you've got multiple different butterflies, so just choose whichever butterfly you want to work with. And by the way, these are all fantastic quality photopolymer stamps.
I love the way you've got the background stamps in there as well. I mean, that's so you can make your own backgrounds from
there.
Nothing, just your inks, and then you can go for it. There's a wonderful sort of smudge there, like a paint stroke one, and there's a lovely honeycomb one. There's another one which is a bit more geometric, and there's one that's a little bit like a checkerboard, like a harlequin checkerboard. It's really, really cool, and it means that you've got all of the essential ingredients to really make those letters stand out even more, because they can be quite subtle, Sara, but you can have them really stand 10 foot tall, can't you?
Standing out, you can do it however you want. This is the beauty of it. Now, did you see when I put my sticky on there, Derek, I didn't put it behind the butterfly. That's the trick. So don't put it behind the butterfly, but put it everywhere else, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lift those butterfly wings up a little bit. Can you see?
Yeah.
So there's the beautiful G. Now I'll do the next one as well. So the next one I'm going to do is my lowercase. So I'm going to get the lowercase letters. So I'll get the R out, and again I've got the outer and the inner. Now look, I'll probably
do. So clever.
Look, I love to not do any waste here, Derek. So here we go.
Can I just tell people sizes, Sara, because I know a lot of people wonder about the text sizes. So the dimensions for the largest letters is on the packaging as well. So the largest capital letter is 3 inches by just over 2, and the largest lowercase letter is 2.6 inches by 1.6, and I know that's important for some people to know. On the numbers, they are 1.8 by 2.3 3 inches, and obviously they're largest sizes because obviously a W is much wider than an I, for instance. So I've given you the dimensions for the biggest it can be, but really, really bold. In fact, we had some great ideas, Sara, yesterday. People saying, you know what, this is going to be great for my business, for like sign writing and stuff like that.
Yes.
Really, really good. I had the idea if I ever had a Derek's Emporium of Wonders, every little section would have its own butterfly label, like here is my haberdashery. And also it's brilliant for really not unusual names, but names that are difficult to get. You know, when you go to a theme park or something, Sara, you probably don't find Sara very often available as one of those mugs.
No, it really knows me. There's Sarah everything.
Yeah, but
there's
not
Sara hardly anything.
And also if you've got a longer name as well that has like a different spelling, like I always think of the name Jacqueline. Like,
yes,
not everybody wants something with Jacqueline. They're like, oh, please don't call me Jacqueline. Like my mother called me Jacqueline. Call me Jackie. Everyone does. So you want to shorten it to that name that people know you by.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know, Grace is our Grace's name, but quite often we call her Gracie. So, do you know, if I wanted to do Gracie instead, we could absolutely do Gracie. So here we go. I've already done this. I've got this ready for the wall hanging, Derek, just onto a little bit of card. And I've just done some matting and layering. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to use, let's have a look, I'm going to use my all-purpose so that I've got a little bit of manoeuvrability in case I don't get them in the right place. So I'm going to put the A in the middle, and then I'm going to work my way outwards with them.
Oh, that's how you do it.
But I've got a little bit
out.
Yeah, start in the middle and work out. It's easier when you've got a 5-letter word as well.
Can I just tell you, Sara, because I know I haven't seen you since to talk about this, but since I've added fine tip applicators to my repertoire,
as your life changed.
They are a life changer, aren't they? I mean,
they really are. Yep.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? All the things you said right away, we're going to need one of these, Sarah, you're going to need one of those, and you were so right. Every single time I'm like, you know what, she was so right. I can't, you know, there's no fiddling around it. Because I was using, I've ordered now, my pokey tools are on the way, but you know what I was using? The end of a screw.
Oh, Derek.
That's no fun.
That's no fun at all.
That's no fun at all. I want a pokey tool. I've got one on order now.
Yes. Do you know how annoying it was, though, when we were out of stock of everything for so long, and how many new people were getting into craft, and we didn't have the sort of equipment that I know you need when you're getting started, like a pokey tool. So I'm so excited that we're kind of back in stock of everything now. However, the rate at which we're selling through all of the stock, I can guarantee now that a lot of this stuff we're going to be sold out of before the next ship. We should never really sell out of this stuff. We should always have the next shipment comes in before the last one runs out, and things like pokey tools and tape pens, that's just not going to be the case, I can tell you that.
I'm not surprised. I mean, actually, it's funny. And who knew what was coming along this year? No one knew, you know, that all of this gubbins was coming along. So we had no idea of what demand to expect, Sara. And of course, like you said before, cycling and crafting have just gone off the blooming scale, haven't they, in terms of people getting involved? Yeah,
we could never have foreseen that.
No.
So, right, here we go. So I'll just stick those 2 bits on. I've still got that little bit of manoeuvrability time because I used that glue there. Just make sure that's exactly where I wanted it. How fabulous does that look? Lovely little wall hanging for my little Gracie there. I tell you what, she's had a good day, hasn't she? I no, I didn't. I was going to make
it was Ada this morning, wasn't it?
It was Leanne's new granddaughter. If you want to go back and watch this morning's show, you'll see I made Leanne's new granddaughter to be some lovely little bunting. I always make everything for our Grace. She did have a little quilt earlier though, so she's done well out of me being stuck doing a lot of crafting the last few months.
I tell you what, everyone here, their families are doing really, really nicely, because on the launch show yesterday, Debbie was making a banner for her granddaughter, Sapphire. Again, that's a name you would never find on one of those personalised pens or caps or mugs or things that you buy at amusement parks. And you know, when you want to buy something personalised, and I think that's the absolute genius of this, when you want to buy something that's personalised, you can do that. There's notonthehighstreet.com and there's Etsy and there's other people that make, but they will charge you for personalisations by the letter, won't they? So the cost just goes up and up and up. Got to remind you about our Out of This World deal as well before we go back and Oh, okay, right. The Out of This World deal, which is actually meant to last, because we're a bank holiday, was actually meant to last for 48 hours. We are approaching a third of the stock sold out and gone. They're so useful though, aren't they, really, if you think about it. And today, I mean, this folder you can use for a number of different things. Of course, it is ring bound. So if you want to use it for, you know, magnetic sheets or whatever, we do the magnetic sheets, of course, which fit this, but we're actually supplying as a freebie on this one your acrylic pages, which have all got tabs on them as well. So for loading your stamps straight onto them, I mean, absolutely brilliant. And isn't that a good way, rather than keep going, oh, now where was that stamp set for so-and-so, so-and-so? You might have one folder for, I mean, listen, how far down the alphabet in your stamps, if you were categorizing by letter, would you get in one folder? So would it be one folder for the letter A? So for animal stamps, and then you need a whole lot more. Well, that's why this deal is there for you as well, because it keeps you nice and organized. And again, A4 goes straight into your shelving. And if you want to take those to classes and things, it's got a nice strong handle on it as well. We have to go back, we have to go back to the box. Dare we go back to the box? Dare we go back to the box? Right, it is half of the stock. It is half of the stock gone. We are exactly halfway through the show. It looks like it's going to happen again. It looks like, I mean, if we do have any stock left by the end of the show, what happens is a lot of people, now people are starting to go back into work and into the office and whatever. We've got a lot of people now. If you think we've got a lot of people watching now, a lot of people catching up with the show later in the day. So if we don't sell out live in the show, it'll probably happen within probably 3 or 4 hours of the end of the show. But I think, to be honest, I think we could be heading for a sellout in this first show. What are we talking about? We're talking about the brand new Crafter's Companion Over the Edge craft kit. So it's number 28. If you are box counting, if you have any of the boxes in your collection, if you've got this on HSN auto ship, this is September's box, by the way. So this is the one that will be on the way to you. You've got two never been seen before, will never be seen again, Over the Edge stamp and die sets, which is brilliant. The little cats and the dogs. You've got enough in there to make 24 different cards. You've got all of your matting and layering papers and cards in there, all of the envelopes you will need, the matching ribbons to go with. You get a pack of 100 dewdrops which go in there. And let me just tell you, one single stamp and die set for an Over the Edge character is just over $16. $11.99 in the UK. So you've got the value in the whole box in just the two Over the Edge characters, which are not in any other collections, by the way. This is the only way of getting them. And when the stock that we've got here on the show bundle is gone, I'm afraid that's it. There's nothing we can do about it at all. So grab that right now. If you want it, grab it quickly. You'll see great demos from Sara all the way through this show. Well, as far as the stock will let us demo through. I know Sara's got a fair few demos lined up and probably not a hope in goodness of getting through all of them. But I think we are time for another one, are we, Sara?
Yes, well, I want to go right back to the beginning, Derek, for anyone who missed the start of the show. So hands up if you missed the start of the show, let us know. Basically, what I explained to everybody was these boxes. So we do one every month. This is month number 28. So we've been doing these for well over 2 years now. And there are thousands and thousands of you around the world who collect them. Now, if you're in America, we have a subscription service which we run in conjunction with our partners HSN. So I know that thousands of you, lots of you watching, will be in the subscription with HSN, in which case your box, this is the September box, so it's at the HSN warehouse now, on its way out to each of you individually, right? Everywhere else in the world, they come from our global fulfillment centre here in the UK. Now, since lockdown and crafting has just gone through the roof bananas, every month our full allocation of these boxes has come right here. We haven't been able to give them to our other retail partners. We haven't been able to give them to the shopping channels that we work with here in the UK. Everything has been available for Crafters TV. And every time we've launched them at the start of the month, you've bought our whole month's worth of stock either in that show or on that day. We've never had enough to come back and do them again. So today, 1st September, is the launch of the September box. If you are watching this show live, huge congratulations that you managing to still get hold of this. If you're watching it back, hopefully you managed to get hold of yours when you were watching and now you've come back to watch this to learn the demos. Because what you'll find is everything that's in this box is completely unique and exclusive to this box. So we only make it, those of you that love our character over the edge concept, this is giving you a taster of that. So let me just show you what I mean when I say character over the edge, okay? This gorgeous little collection, the little doggies, okay? And you'll see how it goes over the edge. So this one goes over the top. So like one of our edgeables, where you stamp the design and cut over the top. But you could take that same one and you could stamp it and you could cut to one side, just down one side like this. Or you could stamp it and cut to the other side, or you could stamp it and cut to the left and the right if you want to do something really different. I'm going to show you all these types of cards, okay? Now, in the first part of the show, I did, let's have a look, I did these two cards here, and I showed you how to do an over-the-top cut and a side cut with the gorgeous little kittens. There's 2 sets of stamps and dies, Derek, in this set. There's the little kittens, and then there's also those little doggies in the umbrella. So this is the one that I'm going to focus on for these demos now, okay?
How cute are they?
They're lovely. And what I will say is, so if you have any of our other character over the edge, those that you have are different designs to these, because I know that the people who buy the boxes are either people who collect everything we do, and therefore you wouldn't want to repeat if something that you've already bought or we're going to be launching in future, or people who are brand new at getting into this. So if you are, let me tell you, I'll just explain where the value comes in any one of these boxes, okay? So there is over £50 or $50 worth of value, and it splits down kind of 2 ways. So when you open this up, and it all comes beautifully wrapped in lovely tissue paper and that, okay? The core element to this are these 2 here, right? So the stamp set with the matching dies to cut round the top, over the left, over the right. And then again, this stamp set, which is the gorgeous, let me see if I can put something clear behind it so you can see. There we go, apart from the fact it says clear stamp. Can I get these out of the packet and show you?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, let's have a nice little look. So, if I get these out so that you don't see the warning here, there we go. We've got that lovely little set of kittens. I'll do a Sara zoom here so you can have a good little look at them. Lovely little set. Those are the doggies, sorry, in the umbrella. And that goes with that die set. Or you've got this set here, which is the gorgeous little kittens, which is what we're doing. Kittens playing in the water or having a bath or whatever you want to do with them. And then all those other little sentiments. And again, that has the die set that goes with them as well. So you can cut over the top, down one side or down the other. Now, those 2 sets each do, this is what we're saying. If you were to buy a set of our stamps and dies in the UK, it's just shy of £12 or over $16. So actually, to buy 2 sets of stamps and dies, there's the whole value of your kit. So consider that everything else I'm about to show you is just coming as a complete bonus, right? And you get in here 3 packs of different size and shape cards, all with the matching envelopes to match. So 24 cards and envelopes in there. Then you get those lovely dewdrops that I've been using. You also get in there the lovely ribbons in 3 different thicknesses, and you get all of the papers to match. Now, if you're buying a paper pad, make sure I show you all of them. If you're buying a paper pad, you're talking about $5.99 for a paper pad easily, and these are 8x8, so good size. Then you've got the corresponding cardstock pack. So if you were to add up the card blanks and envelopes, the ribbons, the coloured card, the patterned card, the dewdrops, the ribbons, you're probably talking another $25 worth of value. So I like to think of it of, I make my 24 cards, so there's my $24.99 worked out at £1 a card or $1 a card, but then I've got those 2 stamp and die sets, which I would have paid that amount of money for anyway, got them as a bonus. So those live on forever and ever and ever, okay? So let's pop these all back in here so I don't...
Honestly, can I just say to you, when you're seeing that, if we were to have like a list on the screen that said, right, okay, this should be this, and this should be that, and this should be that, and this should be that, and then put a total at the bottom of it, and then compare it to that. But for me, it's not just about value, value, value. Yes, it's great value. I think we can see that. It's like rolling out the red carpet to you. What would you like, madam? You can have whatever you want here at Crafter's Companion. But this is also about the legacy that it leaves as well, remember, because even if you've got one, even if you've ordered one, second one is a gift idea to someone you craft along with right now, who probably has a die cutting machine anyway, because you craft along with them anyway. So you probably have, whether it's one of the manual ones, whether it's the Gemini one, it really doesn't matter. You are going to be able to do this as well and gift that to someone else, someone that you've missed crafting with for all of these months because we can't all get together and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This is just perfect. And the great thing is, they can't go out to a store and buy exactly the same thing. So you won't end up exchanging the same present. How many times have you done that? You've given your friend a present, they've given it to you back, just in a different wrapping. You're like, oh, no, we've bought the same thing because we both like the same things. With this, you're not going to find it anywhere else but here at Crafter's Companion. And for me, that's a definite box tick, Sara?
Well, I know a lot of people who've been getting these boxes and then having Zoom parties and actually sitting making the same card together at the same time.
Brilliant.
So if you've got some friends and you're both getting the box, how fabulous to do all that together. I bet Christine, Mariah, the craft club that they have, I bet you guys will all be able to do it together, right? Right, are you ready? I'm going to go for it and I'm going to show you how to do. I'm going to show you how to do the over the top cut, okay? And I'm going to do it with those cutie little dogs in the umbrella. I just thought it was really different and unique, this one. Same artist that worked with us and worked with the same artist on our team who drew all of the other character over the edge has drawn these ones exclusively for this kit, okay?
They're so cute as well.
Isn't it lovely? Now, I don't want you to think when I say, oh, these are exclusive and, you know, you can't buy them any other time and when this box is sold out, that's the end of it. I don't want you to think that's me being funny in any way, shape or form. The reason we're able to do these boxes at such good value is because we buy so many tens of thousands of boxes you know, like when we put the original order in, that we're able to get them at such a great value price. But then also, bear in mind, as Derek said earlier, this is kind of like our loss leader. So we do this this is like our marketing budget, I always like to think of it as. This is our way of getting new people into a new form of craft, for example. If you've never thought about trying the character over the edge, for 25 quid, you'll totally give this a go. Whereas you might not if it was like, you know, 70, 80, 90 pounds to get all of the stuff in the kit.
Well, you think of the alternative as well, Sara, in terms of how you could spend that marketing spend. You could have a 30-second advert once somewhere. You could have a poster on the side of a bus that no one's seeing at the moment. Do you know what I mean? You could waste lots of money doing that and have no idea how useful it was if you actually speak to your audience right now who are there and engaged and say, whoa, hello, that's an amazing deal. That's, you know, even greater value than I expect every single day from Crafters Companion. It's brilliant. And we are a family as well with a massive backup. I mean, you've got your own TV channel, really. If you're a customer of Crafters Companion, for nothing, no subscription at all, you get a free TV channel that inspires the whatnots out of you all day, every day, doesn't it, Sara?
I love that. I love that idea, Derek. Free TV channel with every purchase.
Yeah.
Right, what I'm doing, Derek, just so you know, is I was showing everybody how you could lie the top die down, or you could lie the left die down, right? Or you could lie the right die down, and whichever one it is, and it would cut you one side or the other. Now, I'm going with the top because I'm going to cut the top away, so I wanted you to see that concept. Keep the rest of your dies, by the way, on this little piece of card so you don't lose them, okay? Now, if I take this and cut this into here, this is just a little extra, by the way. I've just stamped him on. You don't do anything with him. Just give him a nice colour in, and you send this through. Now, to answer the question that someone asked earlier in the show, will these dies fit through my Gemini Mini? Well, yes, the dies technically will. However, look, the whole idea is about stamping onto your card in a unique place and then being able to do all of your, positioning of your dies around that. So there we go. If I take that die off, watch what we're going to do now, Derek. In fact, do you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll do it with my knife so that it's really accurate, right? I'm going to come along from the edge of that die to the fold line, right? And then I'm going to line up along this side here, and I'm going to take that and go right to the edge of this fold line and then just line that up where I haven't quite got it straight. There we go. And then you come right down the side where you've got the fold in your card. You see, you come right down so that you cut the top away so that we're left with just that. Can you see that? So just that, how you've got that lovely shaping, that gives you the shape of the card. Now, what I've done, Derek, is I've already done mine. Derek, are you looking for some more cards with this box?
I am looking for some samples.
They're on your table. The only ones you've got, I've pitched all the rest, are on your table in front of you.
Do you know what? I couldn't see for looking. It's because I was stood behind them, Sara. That's why. Thank you. You see everything, Sara.
Do you know? I was looking. I was thinking. I know what he's looking for there. I'll keep him right.
He's wandering.
He was on the one. I thought he was going to come pinch some of my cards. I was like, no, not a chance. Not letting them anywhere near them. So, right. This is all I've done is a little bit of matting and layering here, Derek, of one of those lovely papers in the background. So can you see, it just makes the design kind of step up off the front. Now around here, I love those little dewdrops. So if you want to add just little dewdrops all over your project. Now the reason I like the dewdrops is I think they look really nice, clear on their own. However, you can always colour them with any of your Spectrum Noir pens if you want them to look like little glass drops in a certain colour.
Ooh,
right, so I'm just putting a couple of those down. And then what I'm going to do is I've used the stamps. So you've got all these extra stamps that say, let's have a little look. Have a lovely day, thinking of you, sending lots of love, hello friend. You can have your little mouse in the background if you want as well. I've just got a one that says hello friend there, and I'm just going to pop lovely little 3D foam pad on the back.
Hello friend.
Hello friend. And then that goes on the edge there. And then look how quick and easy that whole card was to do. Now yes, I haven't done all the colouring, but that's because I want to spend my time, showing you how to do all of those cards. In fact, I'm going to take that as half a demo, Derek. I'm going to quickly turn around, get ready and do the other half of that demo.
Right. Okay, that's fine. I want to just say about those dewdrops as well, by the way. I'll show you, I've got some samples here. Let me show you some samples here. Now I've wandered around and found them right in front of my nose. The little dewdrops, I don't know whether you can pick up the detail of those, but actually you can't see the adhesive that's on the bottom, which I think is really, really good. That's absolutely fantastic. And you see how that works. So I think somebody was a little bit confused about in the comments about the concept earlier, as in what you add at the back. You leave the back of your card as one full panel, like a mat and layer for the whole thing, and then use the over the edge as the foreground to jump out from that. But I think it's so, so clever, isn't it? Let me show you a couple of others that I've got here. Again, with the little doggies and their umbrellas. I think they're so cute. So you can position it anywhere up the card, and of course over the edge at the top of the card if you wanted to as well, which I think is really, really cool. And I've chosen all the dog ones, haven't I? You've got all the kitten ones over there, Sarah, haven't you? I've got one here. Hang on. It's all right, I've got one here. You've got a thing about kittens over. I've got all the doggies, you've got all the kittens here. Here's a little kitten one though that I found, which is really, really cute. And I love the fact that the whole, the papers for your mat and layers and whatever, they all come with it as well. And the colouring doesn't need to be, it doesn't mean it need to be a full Van Gogh. Do you know what I mean? It can be very, very simple, subtle colouring. So you don't need to be an advanced colourist to do this at all. Listen, can I just tell you, because this stock is bonkers flying out of the... Oh, I've got some more kittens, thank you, Sarah. How many? Right, well over half of the stock, sold out and gone already in the first half of the show. It is I'm not surprised at all. You don't actually need a reason to have this, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? If you've seen any of the edgeable concepts, and maybe you haven't dipped your toe in the water yet, maybe you've seen the other over the edge characters. Aren't they cute? Are those little cats? Have they just had a bath? Have they just had a little wash? Well, you try and get my cat anywhere near water, you'd be very, very lucky. You'd need one of those full body, like extra strength, medical suits. I think a hazmat suit to stop my cat from shredding me, trying to get her anywhere near water. Aren't they beautiful though? Really, really sweet. And remember, the kittens, I'll show you one of each actually. Let's put one of each there. Now I can't find any doggies now. I need them. There they are. So if I put one of each there, just to show you. So these two sets of over the edge characters have not been seen in any other bundle at all, and won't be either in the future. Which I think is really, really good. So if you have other over-the-edge characters in your collection already, you're not duplicating in any way. And again, so many people are buying these as gifts as well. I've had some lovely, lovely comments. And as well, just talking about the show in general, by the way, Beverly on Facebook, she says, yay, with the extra points on the butterfly alphabet, which I've just ordered, I'm going to gold. And I've also got my over-the-top box, and I can't wait to get them. I think everyone is going to be the same, Sarah, with these. They're just awesome.
Well, the thing is, the one thing that worries me is, and we know this, let me tell you, from 3 months' time, we'll be having more stock of each box coming in. Not a repeat, it's just every time we launch a new box, we'll actually be able to sell it for the whole month. Whereas the stock that we've got now, we ordered back in January. So we didn't know there was going to be a pandemic and all these new people were going to get into craft and Crafters TV was going to take off and we'd have all these busy shows. We had no idea. So the stock that we ordered was supposed to be lasting all of September for us to sell everywhere else other than those of you that get your subscription. Well, actually, the last 3 months, we've sold out all of the stock just through Crafters TV on that launch day, which is why when Derek's saying we're halfway into the show and half of the stock's gone, this is of all the stock we've got. So it's not physically possible for us to restock this box. Once that other 50% of the stock's gone, that is everything we have possibly made. So you can't go back in 2 or 3 days, know that we've got it back in stock or it'll be extended delivery, because we won't be able. If I was to make more of these boxes now and just order a couple of thousand, it would have to be twice the price. We can only do these at such a great price because we are ordering tens of thousands of them at the same time. The manufacturer's already is making January and February boxes now at the moment. This is how far in advance we have to make them, and I can tell you the boxes are just, when you get them, they are outstanding to work with. So if you wonder why we're giving those sort of stock updates on a launch of a product, that is why. And it's every time with our subscription boxes, with our monthly boxes that we do, it's every single time we've launched them since we've got into lockdown that we've been this busy. Now,
can I just very quickly, just literally 10 seconds, just jump in and say, and I never say this here, because you know we're always in touch with how many chances we have and haven't gotten and everything else. With this one, it's really important. If you have that sitting in your basket and think, okay, well, there'll be something else that pop up on the show later that I might want, I would not wait. I really wouldn't, because bear in mind that if you leave this even a couple of hours after the show, you just leave it in your basket. You know, you don't see the email where we remind you that you've got something in your basket, and you come back and you go to that checkout moment. There is nothing worse. Knowing that you can't go back and do it is awful. I know. I've been there here. So don't let it happen. $24.99, whether you're dollars or pounds. Check out your basket right now. It's super. Really nice indeed. Right, Sarah. So now this is part 2, is it?
This is part 2 of the demo. So in the first half of the demo, I showed you how to do an over the top. Well, what I thought I'd do is show you how to do a left cut and a right cut at the same time. So it's the same card here, but one of them is done with the little kittens and one of them is being done with the umbrella, little doggies inside the umbrella. So I'll show you how to do that one. I'm going to do the doggies in the umbrella, but I've never ever demonstrated this type of card here on Crafters. In fact, I've never done a demo of this type of card where we've used the left one and the right one. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the card that is in your kit. So you're going to use one of the 6x6, that's the tent fold at the top. I'm going to bring in my stamping platform and I'm going to get that stamp back onto there, and what we're going to do is we're going to have this right in the very centre, okay? So it's really important, and what you'll do is when you're not live on TV, you'll be able to take your time and get it done perfectly. Oh, I've put my finger in the where did I put my finger down? Which side? Don't remember which side it was. Right. So I'm going to stamp this right in the middle, quite near the bottom, and get the whole thing stamped up. Now, you know, when I did the last card, I was showing you with these how this one can go over the top. Can you see like that? And we'll cut out over the top. Or this one goes down the right hand side and cuts like that, and this one goes down the left hand side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use those right hand side and left hand side cuts at the same time. So I'm just going to hold them in place, and it's always important that you do this. Hold them in place with a little bit of tape, because you don't want the dies moving as it goes through the machine, otherwise your whole thing won't work. All right, here we go. So I'm going to stick all those down. Stick you down there, perfect. And then we're going to send that through the machine. So open it up, and I'm just going to set them up, put them through, and then this is going to do all of that cutting in one pass, right? Let's have a look. I've got me ink pad top there. Do my tidying up as I'm going, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this now, and I'm going to show you kind of how you do the cut in one go. So if I lift these off, just take your time. Obviously, I'm using a little bit of tape on there. So just take your time to cut them off. And what I'm going to do, Derek, is I would use, if I got a ruler somewhere. No, it's all right. You're going to see me do this freehand, okay? I'm going to go straight down here. right, from both sides. So that cuts off my bottom, okay? Then I'm going to come off and I'm going to go up to the top. So we're going to go, so where is that in a nice line?
You're brave, Sara.
I know, but I'm just coming roughly straight up. So from here, and I'm going to come straight up there. And you're obviously going to do this, not with, you're going to do it with a ruler, right? But you can see the idea of how we've cut that to the left and that to the right, okay? And that gives you that floating in the middle. So there's my nice float. That one there, I've already done the colouring in on it. So let's have a little look. Exactly the same thing, but there I've done it. Except I did that one with a ruler. I tell you what, mind, it's not far off, is it?
No,
not?
it isn't actually.
Maybe it's a little bit of a wonk down this side, but other than that, I've got that pretty straight. I'm quite pleased with that for a freehand cut.
That's all right, that's good.
You know what they call me, don't you? I tell everybody all the time. Sarah Scissorhands. Sarah Scissorhands is what they term me here in the office, right? So let's have a look. I'm just getting
Should
a little
I
bit
be worried by that?
No, not at all. Not at all. So it's because I'm always being gung-ho like that. Straight go for it, right? So that's going to go on there. I'm literally going to take one of these and just stick this all the way along the front. So if you hadn't got it nice and neatly lined up, you could always neaten it off with that bit there. You see, no one's going to know if you have to just neaten up your cut.
I keep being told by, because lots of people are giving me new advice now because I'm a new crafter as well. Please come and find me on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'm Derek Marks, Crafter's Companion. People keep saying, if you do make any kind of major mistake anywhere, a butterfly always does the job.
Always does the job. Why do you think I love butterflies so much? They're on nearly every project I do.
Is that your secret?
That's the secret. Let me tell you, it's not. I do love butterflies, but I love them even more for covering up a multitude of sins.
Yeah.
So yes, that's why I love a good butterfly.
Yeah.
So a couple of them dewdrops on there, which I think look fabulous.
And do you know what you can't see? I said earlier, sorry, you can't see the adhesive on the dewdrops, can you?
You can't,
them.
no. It's
They're
almost
like absolutely
impossible.
like it was an actual drop of water. It's really clever.
They look fabulous.
You know you're going to have to try and get those, aren't you?
There we go. I know we're going to be asked for it.
They are awesome.
So there's my next one there. Have a lovely day. And that's how you do the left and right cut one at the same time. Isn't that lovely?
Do you know what? And how simple was that? You know, how simple was that? I mean, incredible. Really, really, really incredible. Sara, I have to say, well, I know how many people are completely and utterly bowled over. I mean, there's even lots and lots of people, and I'm quite surprised by this. People who are already on HSN auto ship, and this box is coming to them already. You know, it's on the way. It's in the mail, and actually they're buying another just from the show.
I know, and let me say, so our producer Johnny is saying to me, no, you have to stop, no more demos, because we always like to try and sell so much in the show, but keep so much so that once the show's kind of happened, those of you who watch the show on catch up can still get yours, okay? So here's the thing, right? We only make so many of these boxes, and we made these boxes back in, we placed our order in, it was either January or February, either way it was before the pandemic, okay? Now we didn't know that all these extra people were going to be getting into crafting. We didn't know that Crafters TV was going to take off and have thousands of people watching every show. So the quantity that we ordered was supposed to last us for all of September. Now let me tell you about August's box. August's box launched on the 1st of August. August's box sold out on the 1st of August. Right? Literally, so what was a month's worth of stock only lasted a day. And I know you would say to me, Sarah, you should learn your lesson, you should order more stock. We absolutely are. So now we're ordering January, February boxes for next year. We're ordering twice the amount. But that doesn't help us with this box, and we will never repeat order any of the boxes. So even if you all badge me and you beg me, if I was to put a repeat order of this box in now, it would cost double the price to make it, because we'd only be making a few thousand. Whereas when we make these boxes, we make tens of thousands of them, because so many people all over the world are in the subscription, are getting their orders in every month. This is box number 28. You know, how many subscriptions have you seen have made it 28 months in? People love our subscription boxes, and that's because for us, they are our marketing budget. So this is, as Derek said, a loss leader for us. We make these not to sell them, but to get people hooked on Crafter's Companion. So you get this box, I know you're going to have a little dip your toe at the water in Character Over the Edge, because you get them 2 complete sets that is worth the value of the box alone. You'll get to play with it all. And then when you go onto our website, you'll see we do a whole gorgeous range of Character Over the Edge, but the box is what's taught you, which is why we do all this education, which is why you go onto the website, crafterscompanionbox.com, and you'll see all the tutorial videos. There's a Facebook group just for people who are in the subscription and get the box every month, who share all of their ideas. We have so many people who've been collecting the boxes from the beginning. A lot of them have been commenting today and just keep seeing how the boxes get better and better every month. We're under that pressure to make sure they keep getting better. Last month's box was hugely successful. You guys went mad for it. This month's box is equally as good, if not better than the last one, in terms of you've got the stamps in there, you've got the dies, you're learning the new concept, you've got unique designs, and we will never ever release these designs available to buy individually. So if you love the designs, you love the concept, you like to collect the boxes, it could well be that today's your only chance, because the way we are going stock wise, this is going to be completely sold out by the end of today. This show will still stay on the website, so you can come back and you can watch it back later and see all the demos, but we will not have any more of these boxes. We can't bring any from it. That is it. Everything we've got is here now, so this is your only chance to get this box. And they're telling me I have to stop and I have to.
Yeah, no, you have to stop now, Sarah.
Up for you, but I just don't want you to miss out on it. Or if you know somebody who always watches the shows that is not watching today, I don't want you to miss it. So ring them and tell them, because I don't, you know, as long as you get it probably by the end of today, we'll be okay.
Sarah,
What,
Sarah,
Derek? What?
Stop,
Don't be the bearer of bad news.
Stop. I have to stop, Sarah, there. We'll have to get some gaffer tape, which is like really, really strong tape that you use in studios that might even work on Sara Davies. Who knows?
No chance.
No, I know. It's futile, really, isn't it? Listen. We are now up at 60% of the stock. I almost want us to stop mentioning it now, full stop, because I know there'll be those people who can't be with us for the live show, who are catching up afterwards and everything else. And I want some to be left for there as well, because I know there's nothing worse than looking back and having missed out. What I would say to those people who are watching this right now, and listen, you might be watching this in 3 hours from when we're actually doing it. It's 5:30 in the UK, it's midday midday in New York, it's 9:30 in the morning in California, and it's 2:30 tomorrow morning in Melbourne, Australia, which is all a bit of a worry. But whenever you're watching this, go straight into your account right now, shop the show, and get this checked out. Because, you know, this is, how often do we stand, you know, right down the camera and say to you, hang on, stay there, don't move. You must buy now! Oh, that was a frightening view. Is that what I look like close up? How frightening. I won't do that again, I'm sorry. If you've got small children in the house, I should have put a warning up on the screen first. But we are not one of those channels that climb into the camera and scream the house down. We're not one of those channels that go, oh gosh, a price has dropped. Oh, that's an incredible price. I'm going to make a puddle on the floor. We don't do that kind of thing here. We don't do dramatics. What we do is we tell you the truth and we get on with the crafting. Do you know what I mean? If you want this, it's $24.99. The value is just in the 2 over the edge characters. You've got that value before you've even got the box that it comes in. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant. You get enough to make your 24 cards at least. You know, we have to put a minimum on there, but you can make many, many more cards with this because the die lives forever, doesn't it? The stamps live forever. You've got the coordinating papers in there. You've got the dewdrops in there. You've got the ribbons in there as well. It's all in there for you for $24.99. Now, there I am breaking my own rule now that I was saying to Sarah, stop talking about it, and there's me doing it now. So, $24.99. Change the details. Lose those details. Get them off the screen before it goes. Right, let's change it to our Explorer kit right now, which is hunky-dory. We're in safe territory. Well, we are, as far as we know so far, although lots of these have sold as well in this show. I'm not surprised at all, because this is an Explorer kit. Now, an Explorer kit is like a little taster kit of, you may have seen the hunky-dory show that I did with Hunky Craig yesterday. This is a brilliant, brilliant range. We didn't see it yesterday. We saw the black cardstock, the adorable scorable with all the different patterns on it. Beautiful card it was as well. But this is your Twilight Safari kit, which is wonderful. So in this you get the luxury inserts with the card, which is brilliant. So you get all the toppers and the elements that you need for the actual card itself, plus the inserts and the bite-size book of Twilight Safari. Now that should be costing you, what should it be costing you order? $39.97 in the UK, $55.89 in the US. It's actually $24.99 in the UK or $34.95 in the US. So that's a wonderful way. If you've never, if maybe you were on the fence about your hunky-dory buying yesterday and you were thinking, oh, shall I, shan't I? I quite like the look of the colouring in that. Shall we show you a couple of cards quickly from that kit? Just really, this is like a mood board of the colour and the theming in Twilight Safari. I mean, I think that's delicious. That's really, really cool. With one of the pages from the little book there just suspended in the middle. You can be as creative as you want to here, but all the elements are there to basically plug and play and put these together. And that's the thing I love. But the thing I love about this collection is it's so dark and mysterious, yet it's got such extremes of colour in it as well. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Be great for things like travel journals as well, the elements from these. If you've been away on a safari or one of these, you know, sort of far-flung holidays and you want to capture your memories from that holiday, then this actually would be a great set for your journaling and scrapbooking of that as well. Isn't that good? £24.99, $34.95. I'll let you go and have a look at that in a little bit more detail later. But now this is something brand new to me, completely and utterly, and it will be to you as well. But for me at Crafters TV, I've never seen a preview before. Now this is where we show you an item that you can't buy right now. Oh, it's a good job because we're buying left, right and centre in this show. So it's a good job you're giving us some early warning, Sarah, on something brand new. Yes,
I'll give you the early warning. So this is the preview, so you can't buy this. Although it will be available on the website the day before. So I'm doing a big launch day show on Friday with this, where I'm going to be doing it in loads of detail. Our Debbie is on Create and Craft on Friday morning, doing the big launch on Create and Craft on Friday morning as well. Those of you watching in the US, you should have seen this on HSN. You absolutely loved it. But for those of you who haven't, this is like the little preview. So this will be your only chance to see it for you then to be able to watch it on the show, okay? So what are we talking about?
Exactly.
This is the confetti box, okay? So it looks nice and simple. The open bay, look inside, and then what happens is when you open it, it literally pops out in front of you.
Oh, wow.
So you have all of these fold flat, pop up little boxes like this, and I'm going to show you how to make them, okay? So again, I'm going to do one more. They fold flat, go inside that little box. That box goes inside this box here, and it looks like a nice little surprise. But then when you open it, it opens up and you get that lovely big explosion in front of you, okay?
Brilliant.
Now, I will show you how they work. So basically, I'll get all this folded back in here. What you need to know is the set here, there's multiple sets of dies. This one here is the critical one. So this is your pop-up confetti cube. So when I open this up, can you see? What you're going to get is you're going to get full instructions for how it all works, right? Step by step, so don't worry about remembering this. And then also, this is what we call the special worker die, okay? So if I lift this off, this here is the worker die. These here are all of your decoration pieces. So I'm going to make the worker die up first. Before I do, I'm just going to show you the other ones in the collection, okay? Because you get these, which are to decorate. We also have loads of extra sets of these. So these are extra sets of dies and stamps. So if you want to do more decoration, we have loads of these sets of dies and stamps that you can literally, I mean, look, we've got loads of them. You'll see we've got the congratulations one for the anniversary, we've got a love and marriage one, we've got many congratulations, we've got a just to say, and we've got also a milestones and celebrations one. Then one other critical piece that we've got, okay, is in this set as well, you will see it's going to show you how to make the box, right? How to make the pop-up confetti box. Or we have the extra set of dies which does the confetti box. So I'm going to make the actual, this make the bumps, and then this one here makes the box to put the bumps in, and then all of the extra confetti or the tag tops if you want. So I'll walk you through all of it step by step, okay? First of all, you just want some regular plain white cardstock. So our stamping card works an absolute treat for this. And yes, whilst you absolutely can use your Gemini to cut through multiple layers, let's have a little look. I can be a lot more sparing with my cardstock. Look, if I cut it like this. Yes, you can use your Gemini to cut through multiple layers. Because this has got score lines in, I never advise that. So please don't, just cut one at a time, and you're going to just do a regular sandwich with this, and we're going to send it through our Gemini. It'll do all of that cutting, so it'll cut the cut lines perfectly, and it'll emboss the score lines just the right amount to give you that lovely fold. So once we're through, let me just show you here. There we go. So that is essentially the mechanism. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold over and give these a lovely crease on there. And always, notice what I'm doing, I'm folding away from the score line. So the die sat on top of this, and I'm folding all of those crease lines away from themselves. And then I know that this is going to go inwards like that. So I'm going to give this one a fold the other way. But always fold it away from itself first. And then in we go, one. I'm going to do the same with this part here. This is where your mechanism is going to go in here through that little hole. And then the same part here, and then this is a little gluing flap at the top, right? So they are going to fold in there, so we'll fold them up the other way. Now, there's one extra thing that you need that doesn't come in with the kit, but you'll all have loads of these at home, okay? You're going to need an elastic band, all right? That's what makes it have that lovely spring. So you want the elastic band. Now, watch this. Let's have a look. I'm going to fold these back the other way because that's going to go inside. All right, here we go. Right, I'm going to pop some tape across this middle part here, all right? And I'm going to stick these two pieces together and then just come in with my pokey tool and make sure that hole is nice and clean. So now that's stuck together perfectly. The elastic band, you're just going to cut it and we're going to thread it through that little hole and tie a knot on the other side. Now, trust me, you'll want to practice this a few times because you'll want to see how much pop you get. All depends on how tight you pull your elastic band, okay? So let's have a look. I'm going to put 3 knots in there just so that it doesn't come back through the rest of my, there you go, look at that, I might put 4 in just to be on the safe side. We don't want it to come back through that hole. So there's my, there you go, can you see? Big, nice big stringy pop. Now, we're going to do the same. I'm going to connect this together and then you need a second one of these, of the little boxes. So you need 2 boxes to stick each cube together. Can you see this is going to make half of a cube? There we go, we'll seal you in there. There is my first half and that cube, see, folds down. This is how it's going to fold flat when we're working on it. So you're going to get another half a cube. So I've done exactly the same here. And you can see there again, that's going to fold inside. There's my outside piece. I'm going to, just as we did before, stick that together. Just make sure that's not got any tape in the middle there. That is going to come through. Now, here's the thing. We're now going to, in fact, I think I'll stick this bit together first of all, down the other side. Doesn't make any difference which way you do it. So let's have a look. I'm going to stick that just like we did with the first one. Stick that other side of the cube down, right? Now, I'm going to stick the 2 cubes together first. So can you see, there's my edge on this one. I'm going to pop a little bit of tape down the edge on this one and then stick that one in place. So there's the 2 halves of my cube. And before I stick this last one in place, see, that's going to fold in like that. So before I stick this last one in place there, we need to stretch our elastic band. So watch this, I'm going to just go through. Oh, this is why quite often what I'm doing is I stick my knot through before I stick the side pieces on. It's just a little bit less fiddly to go and get it through that hole. Oh, crikey Moses. Yeah, watch here, right? If I hadn't have stuck this down here, I just wish our tape wasn't quite so good sometimes, right? So if I didn't stick that bit down, watch how much easier it is to come and get that through there when you can get your fingers in, all right? So a little bit of a tip, do as Sara says, not as Sara does. There we go, and then we can stick that one back down there. Right, now here's the thing, how tight do you want your elastic band? Pull it as tight as you can comfortably get it, right? The tighter you can pull that elastic band, the more snap that you're going to get. Have a look, I'll go around 2 fingers. It's like tying a balloon, this bit, isn't it? So I'm going to go nice and tight, get that all tied up. Make sure you've got that nice string. There we go. So I can see that snapping really, really well. Yep. And then essentially this little piece is excess. So you can just leave it inside or you can stick it together. Then I'm going to come and put tape down this part here. Fold it flat. All right. So can you see I'm going to fold that flat in there just to enable that whole cube to come together. And then that cube, can you see it's going to go flat once it's in the box. And it's going to pop up when we're ready done with it. So have a little look at that from the side. We're going flat in our box and then it's got that lovely pop on it. And like I said, the tighter you pull the string, the more pop that we get on all of this. So that's how you do your base part. And then you decorate it however you want. So can you see I've done here, I've just done some with the little birthday card, little birthday cake. I've got just to say, I've got a little happy birthday on here, and then I've got a little cross and a little bow, for example. So these are all from those extra sets. So you know all these extra sets that I talked about? These are all the extra sets that are going to do the decoration for you, whether it's for a congratulations set, a wedding set, an anniversary set, a milestone celebration, all the reasons why you would do a big, why would you do a big celebration like this pop-up confetti? Right? You just think about all the big reasons. I think it's big milestone birthdays. I mean, I did one for my husband's 40th and I put little pictures of the kids on them and they look brilliant. If someone's getting married, you might want to do them. You could do them as place settings at a wedding, to be honest, and put one on each table, little picture of the bride and groom in, or what, you know, whatever it is, you are personalising to a specific occasion. There we go, put that on there. And I think we'll just add this nice little cross in there too. So that is the first part of the project done, the little box. And I would recommend making probably 3 of those for each one of our little boxes that go with it, okay? So I've got here, let's have a look, I've got 1, 2, don't you fall over. Here we go, 1, 2, 3 little boxes. Actually, I've got 3 extra ones, so we've got 4 to go in this one. So then you need the box to put them all in, all right? So are you ready? That is when this die set comes into play. So this is the confetti box that enables you to do the bump. So that comes in 2 parts. There's this one here, and then there's also this one here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to die cut both of these out, and I've actually done mine just for speed. So I've die cut this one out, and then I've die cut this one here, and what you do is where it gives you these little notches, you're going to score all the way along with one of your scoring boards. And then watch how the whole thing goes together, you see? You just do fold and a nice bit of a crease along there. And I'm always folding away from myself where we've done the scoring. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one there. And then the same with these, where we've done that scoring, I'm just folding it over and creasing it. And this is what we call a slider box, or a match box as it was, right? And I like to think of them as match boxes, but their official name's a slider box. So on this one here, tape pens are more than adequate to stick the sides together as long as you're using one of the Crafters Companion tape pens. If you're not, you need to use these tape pens because they're the only ones that are strong enough for boxes. And you're going to assemble here all 4 sides of your box. And then watch how I like to make this box. I like to put the tape on and then actually assemble the box around the base box that it's going to go into. So you see that comes over there, and because we've assembled the box around the inner box, it's always going to slide and fit perfectly, okay? And then all I've got is you can just do decoration however you want here. I've got just a little bit of background piece. This is all again from the set. You can do open me if you want. We've got just to say, You decorate that however you want. And then inside here, you're going to take each of these parts and you're going to fold them flat so that they're going to fold flat to go inside the box. However many you want to make. I find 4 an absolute push, but no more than 4 really, unless you've done it with a thin cardstock. Pop them in there and they look much better if you've got something like Open Me or Look Inside, both of which of those dies you get on the die set. And then when we open that up, it literally, as you open it, they're going to explode out the box in front of you. It is literally that simple to do. And I've got loads of them, and these are what's going to be launching. So we've got this big launch day show on the 4th of September. So make sure you watch that. And also, if you're watching here in the UK, our Debbie is going to be launching these on Create and Craft on Friday too. And now you've seen how to do it, basically, we try and give you these previews so that you've got the gem. See what I mean, Derek? So now people don't have to wait for the show. They know how it works. They've seen what it is. You can pre-order yours ahead of time instead of having to wait for the show, potentially missing it.
And you can pre-order from when, did you say? Or didn't you say?
Pre-order from Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yes.
So not now, because I know lots and lots of people are asking in the comments. You've opened Pandora's box there, Sara.
Pandora's box indeed.
I see what you've done. There's a couple of people who want me to ask you a very, very cheeky question as well. So I'm going to try and do it in code so I don't upset anybody at the same time as well.
Go on.
Because I don't know how much you have or haven't seen of this. But people are asking about a launch of another die, which is, I guess, to come in the future, that you've already shown to our friends across the pond on the show that you did with Adam from here. Do you remember?
It's the jigsaw dies.
That'll be the one,
the jigsaw dies. Yes, the jigsaw dies. We've put a reorder in and they're coming out in January.
Fantastic.
Jigsaw dies coming in January.
Wonderful. Right. Okay. Brilliant. Oh, that's a long time to wait. That's a long time to wait, but that's brilliant. These are brilliant, aren't they? I'd like to give you more details, but Sara has told you everything there is to know. Launches on the 4th of September. You can start pre-ordering on Thursday night. Right, let's go back to our craft bot. I didn't even ask Johnny where we're up to stock-wise, to be honest with you. Right, okay. Well, do you know what? I'm quite glad that we're coming towards the end of the show and there are some left. Which might sound a strange thing to say, but I'm actually quite pleased in a way, because the last thing we ever want to do is upset anyone, because Sara's told you, and I've told you again and again and again, this is it. It's like a one-hit wonder. Do you know what I mean? We get this opportunity, and that's it. But we're ending the show, well, he says, touch wood and everything else. Over 2/3 of the stock has sold out and gone completely, which is good. So for anyone for coming back on replay later today, you might be okay. Try and check it out straight away. It would be my advice if you're seeing it right now. This is incredible. Remember, the value of your box is in the 2 over-the-edge stamp and die sets. That's it. That's your value, all sorted. £24.99, $24.99. Bearing in mind that an over-the-edge individual character, of which these 2 in this box have never been seen in another way, shape or form, and won't be again either, but they retail at, is it $12.99? $11.99 in the UK, $16 in the UK. So actually you're not even paying for both, are you really? In the US at all, and you're getting the 2 sets of the stamps and dies for the over-the-edge characters, which you can't find in any of the other collections here at Crafters Companion. You're getting your 24 card blanks, the matching envelopes to go with them, the matching papers, which mat and layer into all of this perfectly. You're getting the matching ribbons and those 100 dewdrops, which, we know we're all going to be hounding Sara to get in stock as well. It might be a subject that comes up as often as the Crafters Companion cruise, which might happen one day. might not. Let's get cruising back up and running first before we go back to that subject though. Everyone's loving the confetti boxes. Some of you have got yours or are waiting for them right now. Absolutely loving them. Really, really loving them. Listen, in time for the show on Friday, where we launch, if you're working on these if you're playing with these between now and Friday, let us know what you've done and drop us in a picture. By all means, we'd love to see them. Studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. We would seriously love to see them. There's a couple of people who are celebrating today. Who else was it? Somebody, I just saw in the comments that someone has just gone platinum. And do you know what? That feeling must be absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me see if I can find out who it is. Here it is. It's Sandra. Sandra Odell has just gone platinum. Get in. Well done. Congratulations. It's honestly, we should have this little I've gone platinum fanfare badge, I think, here at Crafters Companion. Oh, sorry, I've given Sara an idea then. Sorry, Sara. That'd be another thing that we have to do. It's a badge masterclass. It's I've gone platinum badge masterclass. Okay, quick final few words on this craft box, but please don't sell it out in the next 6 minutes, Sara.
6 minutes, Derek?
That's all we've got.
I might squeeze in a quick demo in 6 minutes. Come on, yes, right. Okay, so the whole concept of the box is over the edge. So when we say over the edge, let me get this one here, right? Look at this gorgeous little guy. So these little characters are cut into the front of a card and cut over the edge. This is one of the demos we did earlier in the show. Or you can take the same characters and you can cut them and cut into the side of the card like this. Or you can take the other characters and do the same sort of card where we cut into the front, cut around the edge. Or you can do the clever ones like the last card I showed you, where you cut both the left and the right side to get this really unique shaped card. So loads and loads of options for you to work with. I'm going to just show you exactly what's in that card, exactly what's in the kit, because the kits are designed to be exceptional value for money so that you can't resist them. That's the idea. I want you to get these because this could be, for a lot of you, the first time that you get into over the edge character die cutting, okay? So can you see here we've got 2 sets of the stamps and dies. So the stamps that are the little characters here, and then the die cut that allows you to cut over the top, the right or the left. Same with this next set. So this next set are your lovely little kittens. And again, that dies allow you to cut over the right, over the left or around the top. Then you've got 24 of your blank cards and envelopes. So this is when you get into all your accessories that go with it. So 24 blank cards and the envelopes to go with it. You get your dewdrops in here. You get the ribbons and you get the gorgeous papers, everything designed to work perfectly in conjunction with each other. And the idea is you've got £25 or dollars worth of kit. So cards, ribbons, embellishments, everything that goes with, and then also £25 or dollars worth of tools. So your stamps and your dies, I like to think of as tools. Now, for anyone who's missed the earlier part of the show and just been joining us later in the show, let me show you exactly how these work, okay? I'm going to take just one of the cards that we've got in the set. So this is one of your base 5x7 cards, and I've got it as a tent-fold. Now I'm going to take the little kittens in the umbrella, and what you do is you just take them, you take the stamp, pop it onto your stamp pad here, and then I'm going to ink it up and stamp it in the centre of the card, knowing that we're going to cut away part of the card. So I'm going to do it relatively near the bottom, and I'm going to do it pretty much at the halfway point here. So look at that, we'll get the lovely stamped image stamped all the way around. And then the stamps are the first part of it. The next step is you've got the dies. So can you see how these dies work? You're either going to take this over the top. So if we were to take this and cut it over the top, it would cut all the top part away, which doesn't work on a tent fold card, but worked on some of the other ones we showed you. Or we can take this here and cut around the right, or this part here, there we go, and cut around the left. Now, for this one here, I'm actually going to take this and just cut around the right and keep this connected into the card. So all you do, Derek, is you take a little bit of this tape, we line this up perfectly and hold it in place, ready to go through the machine. And then it just goes through sideways. Now I'm using the large Gemini machine with the junior plates, which is what I do for most of my demonstrations, literally for speed. But it's going to work either in your Gemini Junior or your large Gemini. The dies are the right size, don't you? Down on the floor.
Oh, they came out quick, didn't they?
Well, I was trying to be organised and tidy up at the same time that I was doing my project. Right, so it's only 10 seconds, through the machine. All right, look at this. I managed to catch my project, Derek.
Oh, well done.
I could have just left them on the floor. We could have tidied them up later. Well, I tell you what, it was only my project I was bothered about. Right, here we go. So, can you see that is cut around the side. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut down the bottom, right? And then we're going to go straight up from here to the very, very top, right? Where we've got the fold in the card, and then cut this part away completely. So that is the part of your card that cuts away, and that is the clever part, really. That's the bit that would be fussy cutting. Now, I've already done mine where I've coloured it in. So can you see that's exactly that card there? I've just coloured these little cute puppies, little blighters, whatever you want to call them. I've coloured them all in. They look super cute, okay? And what I'm going to do, just to make the card all come together, I've got some, just very simple, I'm going to do a little bit of matting and layering with some of the papers that we've got in this collection. Look how nice they look. So the patterned paper onto the plain just works so beautifully well. For those of you who struggle putting like colour combinations and whatnot together, these are brilliant to do that with. And then can you see, you can put this, that's going to look really cute along the top there. And I'm just going to stick it along the left-hand side. This is very similar, Derek, to one of the cards that you've got on the on display there. And I've just got a little, I'm going to stick that on there with one of my little 3D foam pads. Little hello friend. And it's just going to be perfect there in that top corner. And then a couple of little dewdrops on there to finish it off. So the little dewdrops, bear in mind, come inside the kit. And I just think they're a really nice way to embellish any little project like this.
And you get 100, so you don't have to be, you don't have to be sparing with them. You can go for it.
There we go.
Love
so
it.
Isn't that really cute? And it's just a nice simple one to show you. I just wanted to try and fit in a nice one at the end just to show you how that concept works.
That's so awesome. And just before you end up losing your voice as well, I think that's probably time to call time for today, Sara.
It's been a busy day.
Absolutely. When are you back with us on Crafters TV?
Oh, I don't know. Not tomorrow, probably on Thursday, definitely on Friday for the launch of those confetti boxes. I was not letting anybody else have that one. That's a big show.
Okay. Pre-orders, of course, launching on Thursday. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Sara. Well, that's it for another day here at Crafters TV. If you haven't checked out your box, if it's sitting there in your basket, you know how. Right. Okay. So I've got literally 30 seconds to see you home safely as we're live, and the stock, Johnny, is well over 2/3 of the stock sold out and gone. So, check out as quickly as you possibly can. If you're watching on a replay later, I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed for you. Really, really hope you get this, because we only really have this one chance to get this one. Thank you so much for your company. Tomorrow is a new day on Crafters TV. It's a masterclass with Joe and Debbie at 1 o'clock, and it's Christmas double-sided creator cards. And then there is a Creative Cravings show with Joe and Debbie tomorrow. The subject I do not know, because I'm not with you tomorrow. I'm back with you on Sunday. So from Sara, myself, everyone behind the cameras, we love you lots and see you tomorrow on Crafters TV.